Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely week. We're back again live for another sales call recording review. This week is super, super exciting. Mitch and I have just released our brand new service, Done For You Marketing and Sales. Let me share this into the Facebook group and we can go through that in a minute. But super, super excited. I had a knee surgery yesterday. This new arm of our fitness business consulting business is launched. I'm all over the place. So let me just share it to our group. And then we're going to be ready to rock and roll. Once again, Mitch sold a lady from an F45 in Queensland. I haven't listened to this call yet, so with you guys, let's go on the journey to see what's what. Now, there's a few reasons why we started this brand new service. One of the things that we have noticed is we can generate leads to the cows come home. It's never been an issue. What I've found with certain gyms, especially group fitness gym owners, owner-operators that are in the business, they just don't actually have time for the lead nurture and sales. And what I mean by that is we generate leads Monday morning. They have to be able to book in that night, and quite often they haven't got the availability in their calendar because that person is running sessions. So what we want to do is take it all off your hands. So we run your ads like an agency. We follow up your leads like a madman, and then we get them booked in for consultations, and we actually sell them into your gym. We sell them, we send you a message, hey, here's your client, fulfill them, you keep the client. It's an absolute win-win. I'm excited about it, you can tell. So, this is a good example too, because I've never been to an F45, Mitch has never been to an F45, so how could we sell F45? Because we're not selling the modality of the training, we are selling an outcome. So, Louise, from F45 in Queensland, Mitch sold this lady in 13 minutes and 17 seconds. Let's go on the journey together.
This is just Mitch calling from F45 Logan. How's it going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. I can see you booked in some time to speak today, so I just wanted to double check now's still a good time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
So this lady seems a little bit dry, if you don't mind me saying, like a very bit like unsure, skeptical of the call. So Mitch, better warm her up and warm her up fast.
I guess firstly, just wanted to find out a little bit more about yourself and I guess sort of see what sparked your interest in wanting to organise this call with me today.
Maybe the greatest question in the history of sales calls. What sparked your interest? If you have a lady that's like high or is lacking energy or lacking enthusiasm to be there, what sparked your interest to book in a call with me? It sets the frame. She booked in a call with us. We didn't book in a call with her. And that is why I love paid ads, because you are the authority. They book in with you. We did not DM her. We did not message her on Facebook. She booked in a call with us. It's time for us to remind her. Why?
Okay, so I want to lose about 10k, and then I want to strengthen especially my legs and knee joints, strengthen those, and just strengthen my whole body up. Actually.
Okay, great. No problems. That's fair.
So it is 1 minute 8. We've got a massive goal: lose 10 kilos, remove some joint pain. And notice we haven't spoke about F45 or BFT or FitStop or Breakthrough Active or whatever the name of your gym is, because the truth is it doesn't actually matter. Louise is none the wiser that Mitch is sitting in Newcastle, New South Wales, selling her into this program.
Fairly similar sort of reason why we have a lot of new people sort of kicking off with us, so I can assure you that you're not alone there. Do you kind of know what it is you're looking for specifically?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you kind of know what it is you're looking for specifically, like with your exercise and training?
Oh no, I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay. No.
So that's a really good question to ask there, because she is, I'm not sure if dry is even the right word. She seems a little bit uninterested. Sometimes you can just ask them pinpoint specifically, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're after? And they can actually paint the bullseye of what they want. They might say, I'm looking for group training, I'm looking for 3 sessions a week, I'm looking for fun. Then you can use that in your pitch at the end of the call.
That's okay. So sometimes people have something, like I said, specific in mind, but most people, like yourself, not 100% certain. So, cool. Well, just to give me a little bit of a better understanding of where you're at with everything, I just got a couple of questions to give me a better sort of understanding of where you're at the moment. So, How old are you now, Louise?
60.
Yep, and relating to your body weight, you mentioned you are wanting to sort of lose about 10 kilos. So what's your current body weight?
83.
Okay, and wanting to get down to sort of low 70s?
75.
Okay, excellent. And how long has it been since you were...
So we're in the situation phase of the script, just literally what is her current situation? We start to build a gap.
Sort of around that sort of 75 mark?
Probably 12 months.
Okay. Do you can you sort of pinpoint or identify some of the, the reasons that you put on that sort of 8 kilos in the last...
So another great question to ask. This is problem awareness. So the situation is she wants to lose 10 kilos. Now we need to uncover the problems. Now, as fitness professionals, we know what the problem is. She's probably eaten too much and hasn't moved her body enough. It's called cognitive dissonance. The prospect needs to tell us why they have gained the weight. The prospect needs to tell us what has occurred. Because if you start telling them things, you can lose respect, you can lose trust, and you can come across as a sleazy salesperson. We don't want that.
Too much shit food.
Yeah, no, it can happen, and then it can unfortunately snowball a little bit. So it's not alone with that one either. Can assure you there. Tell me a little bit, about your sort of work situation. Like, are you working currently?
Yeah, I work full time.
Okay, and is it like an active job or sedentary?
Yeah.
So this is a good question to ask too, right? Because we're still in situation, we're still in problem awareness, kind of discovering where she's at. But she works full time, so it's a very, very good chance that this woman isn't going to have a cost objection. So once again, it's a great way to fish out, as opposed to saying, do you work, do you have money? It is, are you currently active at work, or are you sitting down at work? And they'll kind of just tell you what they actually do.
Yes and no. I sit at the computer a bit to do quotes, but then it's also physical in the preparation of the stock and stuff, and then doing installations. Yeah, I've got a big month. Couple of months coming up with installations where I'm up and down ladders and whatnot. So
Gotcha. Okay, so a little bit of both. It sounds like. Okay.
Yeah, now I'm getting older. It's
Keep in mind, this call has gone for 3 minutes and 15 seconds. The amount of information we have of this lady is staggering. And Mitch has barely said a word.
more wearing and on the body, and I get more fatigued, and I'm slower. I'm not as fast as I used to be. And my joints, are not as good, and so I feel like I need to strengthen my body.
Yeah, pretty common thing that people looking to...
It's really powerful, but when you just go, yeah, not interrupting, but you're almost nodding along with them, they just feel really heard, and she feels really understood at the moment.
Sort of make improvements too, especially as we do sort of get into our 50s and 60s, it can start to, you start to...
There's 4 people watching. Just like it, leave a love heart. I want to know if anyone's there. If you like these things, if you have any comments about this call, if I can help anyway.
Wear and tear in the joints, and they don't feel quite as lubricated as maybe they once did, and especially if you are sort of doing a bit of a physical job, you notice it a bit if you are, especially going up and down ladders and things, you notice it for sure. Okay, so tell me a bit about what you've done in the past. Like, have you been a member of a gym before, or done any group training or personal training or anything like that?
No group or personal training, but yes, I have been members of gyms over the years, different things, and just done my own thing. And I've also done a lot of water sort of
It's a really great question to ask. What have you done previously? Once again, if they've done group training before and you're on an F45, this call is going to be a slam dunk. The fact this lady hasn't done like group training or personal training, Mitch has a bit of work to do here. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, sort of water, swimming and aerobic type things.
Yeah. Okay. And
exercise bike, the rowing machine. Stuff like that, but just off my own back.
Yeah, understand. And how long has it been since your latest sort of stint of doing that?
A couple of years.
Okay, alright. Yeah, most new starters that we do have are in a bit of a similar situation.
So critical. 10 kilos to lose, had time off training. She hasn't trained for years. She's going to be shitting herself. Mitch has to address this now before the end of the call.
Where they've had a bit of time off sort of regular exercise and sort of feel like they're sort of starting from scratch again and will probably consider himself a bit of a beginner. So would you kind of feel like you're in that position? Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I don't like that. You shouldn't label someone. A better question would be like, if you've had some time off training, what would you rate your current fitness level, 1 to 10? And then she might say 1 or 2, and then Mitch say, oh, so you're at that beginner phase. I wouldn't label someone there, Mitch.
So you've got sort of some really...
Once again, I'm being critical. I've never done a perfect sales call. I've never heard a perfect sales call, but it's really great to listen back to, and you will cringe if you record yourself for the first time.
Sort of good reasons for wanting to sort of get started. You mentioned sort of weight losses in that first thing you said, so looking to lose sort of 10 kilos. So has that been something that's been on your mind here for a little while?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like it's having sort of any impact on anything else sort of in your life?
I love that. So is it impacting you anywhere else in your life? So this lady has to lose 10 kilos, but at no point did Mitch say to achieve X, Y, Z. Is this having an impact anywhere else in your life? And he's saying it with such great tonality, with such great cadence. It's a skeptical, it's a curious tone, like, what's happening? How's it impacting you?
No.
Yeah, I guess probably sort of obviously like sort of hearing about that joint pain and things. Sometimes we find that people that we have who have put on a little bit of sort of weight, then it can be a little bit harder on those joints.
Definitely there. Yeah, definitely there. But I just.
So Mitch just said this lady was overweight and it's impacting her joints. Not something easy to say, but it's the way he said it.
Don't want it escalating into, something unmanageable. So, I want to sort of nip that in the bud.
Yeah, unmanageable.
I don't want to keep.
I love that. She said, I need to manage it. And he said, unmanageable. And now she's going to pour out the cost of inaction, like, I have to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's one of those things where, like I said, it is pretty common, and sort of one of the first things that people do start to notice when they do begin to lose weight is they do feel a lot less pressure and a lot less stress on their joints, especially in that lower body, sort of in the ankles and the knees and the hips and even the low back, because there just is a lot less weight that you're carrying around. So that's sort of a really huge reason that a lot of people are wanting to get started, because it does sort of have such a great impact on their function and how they move and the pain and things that they're feeling as well. So, what are you sort of getting joint pain of at night time or sort of when you are doing some stuff at work?
My left knee's not great. I've got cartilage damage in there, but I just want to get the weight off as well too, so that doesn't get any worse.
Yeah.
So classic error in fitness. I got 10 kilos to lose. Okay, no problems at all. You move on. Mitch has stayed here for 3 minutes. It's impacting her joints. It's becoming unmanageable. It can't get worse. And she's got cartilage issues in her left knee just from asking questions.
And, I feel a few twinges in my lower back, so I don't want that getting any worse either. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you feel that sort of in the morning, through the day, or at the night time?
My knees definitely at the end of a work day.
Yeah. After you.
Or if I've been doing a lot of yard work at home and housework or whatever.
Yeah.
It can really get painful at the end of the day where I have to sort of rub a liniment on it to go to bed, just so it doesn't throb as much.
Yeah, so it's pretty severe come the end of the day sometimes.
Sometimes, depending on what I've done that day.
Yeah, if you've had an active day, it sounds like. Okay, cool. Well, based off what you've said, I think we might actually be able to help. So I would like to tell you a bit more about it all, if that's okay.
Well, I want to know what the price is, mate.
Yeah. I'll sort of take you through, because we just have a few different sort of options with that. But firstly, did you have a...
I want to know what the price is.
Help, so I would like to tell you...
I'm going to repeat this. So this lady is quite uninterested. She's not giving away a lot of information about expert probing, and this is a huge warning sign.
About it all, if that's okay.
Well, I want to know what the
Yeah. I'll sort of take you through because we just have a few different sort of options with that. But firstly,
Notice he stayed calm, he didn't react, and he just didn't drop his pants. We're going to talk about what the program is, and then we're going to talk about the price.
did you have a chance to have a look through that? I sent you a link through, I think it was last night. Did you have a bit of a chance to look through that?
Yeah, I looked at the links.
Yeah. So as it relates to our times, because we obviously have our timetable sort of set. Okay, cool. So the program itself,
Val's just Mitch tying down the first session, critical.
this initial program, it's 28 days. So just 28 days here to begin. It's $49 a week. And what that includes is...
So this gym's weekly membership rate is $49 per week. So we sell for any gym. The minimum we can sell someone is their ongoing weekly membership rate. It makes it easy for them to convert on the back end. Another gym in Perth got a sale today for $267 for 28 days because their ongoing membership is $67 a week. $274, sorry.
unlimited access to all of our group sessions. So regardless of the day or time, you will get complete access to all of that. All sessions are run by a trainer, so they're going to make sure that you're exercising with the correct form and technique. So they're going to make sure you're doing everything the right way. If we are using equipment, we're going to make sure you're using the right equipment for your current level of sort of strength and fitness. And then if we're needing to make some sort of personalised modifications or adjustments or substitutions, then they'll be there to help you with that as well. So obviously,
It's so overlooked, right? Like most people over the age of 30 have some type of ache and pain. I mean, hell, I had a knee surgery yesterday. So I wouldn't feel comfortable going to a gym tomorrow if I knew there wasn't going to be a variation.
see, like you said, that left knee and if that low back sort of is giving you any grief, we can actually modify and change out any of those exercises that may be hard on your body in that respect. So they'll be there to help you with that, and then overall just making sure you're getting a good workout in. So, and then like I sort of mentioned a bit earlier as well, most new starters that we have haven't really been doing any exercise of late and would sort of consider themselves beginners. So that's where we kind of start with basics, and that's where making those adjustments and modifications and everything here initially will be...
Not talking about kettlebells, dumbbells, Concept 2, Rogue, Verve. We're talking about her just coming in and getting an effective workout she's going to enjoy.
Will be really important. So there's sort of three things that we look at. You know, we want the program to be effective. So for yourself, obviously looking to lose weight, and with that weight loss will come less pain in your joints and starting to feel better in that respect, so you can get around a bit easier, and at the end of the day you won't have as much pain in those joints. So we want it to be effective. We want it to work. We want it to be enjoyable as well, because too often we hear people who dread exercise, or they just don't really enjoy it, and then it's just really a matter of time before they revert back to not doing anything. So that's why we make sure we have lots of variety in our workout.
I got these three core principles from Andrew Porton, my sales mentor: effective, enjoyable support. Regardless of what program you do, regardless of whatever it is you sell, effective, enjoyable support. If it works, if they enjoy it, if they have accountability, they're the three things that everyone needs to be successful.
And having the trainer there to make sure you're getting the most out of it. It's a social setting as well, so we really try to make that process as enjoyable as possible. And then the final thing is, providing you with loads of support and accountability, which we feel like, it gives you the keys to the castle when it comes to be successful, because what we found for people in the past is when they don't have that support and accountability. So for starters, they slack off, and then in sessions, like if you are doing something that's not appropriate.
I want you to really, really think about those three core principles: effective, enjoyable, and support. Whether if you run a cycling gym, is it effective? Yes. Do they enjoy it? Yes. Do you follow them up if they don't come? Yes. Pilates, same principle. F45, same principle. BFT, same principle. Breakthrough Active, same principle. One-on-one personal training. Effective, enjoyable support. No one cares about your split. No one cares about your push-pull, your leg day, your rest day. Is it effective? Is it enjoyable? And do they have the support?
Appropriate for you, then you can end up sort of hurting yourself, or like I said, aggravating some of that knee pain or low back pain. So we find that having that support and accountability to make sure you stay on track. And if you're doing well, give you a bit of a high five, and if you need a bit of a kick up the backside, then we'll give.
Every time I say kick up the backside, I get laughs every single time. Keep in mind, Mitch has already told her the price. Now she's laughing after hearing the price. She also said she was concerned about the price. So think about, you're on this call, someone says, I want to find out the price. How would you react? How would you handle that? Probably not as well as Mitch has done right now.
Give you that.
Which is why we're doing the sales for you.
We'll give you that as well. So, how it kind of works from here is we get you booked in for this first session, and we can kind of kick off the 28 days from there. And so, I guess, what would be a good day for you to kick off? Obviously, we're here on a Wednesday, so how would early next week sound for you?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to get our sort of schedule up here, and then I just need to grab a few bits of information here, and then we can get that all organised for you and get you ready to kick off. So, what was your last name?
That's the end of the call. So I'll leave it there. I don't like the way Mitch closed that call. I don't like the way he ended it. Do you want to start next week? How does that sound? You would never ask a question that you're not sure of the answer to. She could have said no thanks. So I would use our classic trial close. Do you think a structured program like that is effective, that is enjoyable, that does provide you tons of accountability, do you feel as though that could help you get to your goal? I would have trial closed her like that. So I do think it was a mistake. But hang on, who can complain? Mitch got the sale anyway. So once again, no one's perfect at sales. I'm not perfect. Mitch isn't perfect. But if you make mistakes on the call, it all comes back to the start. Did he build rapport? Did he build trust? Did she feel heard? Did she feel understood? Does she have a strong why? Does she have a cost of inaction? She did. She was worried about the price. He told her the price. Effective, enjoyable support. That is why our gyms are successful, because we sell people over the phone very quickly after they opt into the lead form, which is where we have seen gyms struggle, just due to the availability, due to logistically not being able to take those calls. So I'm excited about this new service. I'm excited that I got a brand new knee. I'm excited to get running again. And I hope everyone has a lovely, lovely night. If you do like these sale call recordings, I'm going to keep them coming towards you. Send me a call. Let me break it down live. I will be critical, but it is, for me, the number one way I got better at sales was having someone better than me listen to my call. And the smallest things can make a huge difference. Have a lovely, lovely night. Thanks for watching.